Hey everybody, it's Randy here from Harvey Tellis Real Estate, and I have a very special guest today. I have Avni Godse, who is the Chief Heart Officer of Heartification, and I can't wait to hear all about that. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Well, I'm super excited to hear from you. I think you're one of the youngest people we've had on, so I'm very honored that you're going to be sharing and very proud of you for the impact that you're making. So tell us a little bit about you, just you. Like, what are your passions in life? What do you want to be when you're older? Tell us a little bit about you.
My name is Avni Godse. I'm 13 years old. I'm in grade 8. I go to a French immersion school. I love art and painting. It really calms me down and lets me express my emotions. I don't really know what I want to be when I grow up. I'm still deciding that, but I definitely want to help people in the future.
I love that. So, speaking of helping people in the future, you're already doing that. So, can you tell us a little bit about Heartification? What is it?
Yeah, definitely. Heartification is a nonprofit business where I sell my artwork, and all the money that I collect goes towards hosting pop-up events where those with disabilities and illnesses can come and paint for free.
Wow. Wow. And is painting something you always love to do?
Yeah, like I've been painting since I can't even remember, so young. And my parents had put me in art classes, and that's kind of where my artistic ability kind of developed. And then over the years, I just always knew I wanted to use my art to help people, and that's kind of how it started.
Well, it's really creative. And I love that not only did you figure out something to do that you're passionate about, but you figured out how to help other people with it. So, are you the teacher or do you have somebody else running the class? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I run like I also have a podcast, so I do all the editing and uploading for that and all like the organizing of the pop events. And then my family is also there to help me, especially my dad, he has a business of his own, so he kind of knows how it works. So he's there always to like give me tips and help me, and I'm always learning more from him, which is really great.
Oh, that's awesome. So are you actually teaching the classes?
No, so it's not like classes because I think that art is a really great way to express yourself. So when the people with disabilities and illnesses come to the pop-up events, it's basically just freehand. They can paint whatever they want and just let out their emotions onto their canvas. So it's not really me like teaching them.
Okay.
It's more of them just, expressing themselves.
So are you like directing them at all? Like, is it something where they attend all together and do it at the same time? Or is it just you talking about using it as an expression?
Yeah, so it's basically just them coming and then we have different time slots, so it's not like like a too many people at once. So it's just them and they're just coming to paint, and then I'm going around talking to them and they're telling me like about themselves and art in their past. Like I had a pop-up event before, and in November of last year, and a lot of the people were saying that they haven't painted since high school, and this is one of
Right.
the first times that they're painting since high school, and it was really great to just connect with them and get to know them.
I love that. So this is in person. Have you, so since we haven't been able to do a lot in person lately, have you taken this to an online platform?
No, but I have started a podcast series where I interview different people from different walks of life, different ages, all from different like perspectives of life, and I interview them on how art has affected them in their life and, what it means to them. And yeah, that's running now.
Okay, that's great. So at least you're able to make a shift, right?
Yeah.
And be able to continue to help people, even though we can't necessarily be together in person. So that's great. And so, do you have any like tips and suggestions for people out there? Because you're helping a lot of people in need. Is there anything that you could suggest to those that maybe aren't using this as a tool? What they can do and how they can maybe help express themselves, or clear frustrations or whatever's going on in their head, through some of the tools that you're using.
Yeah, definitely. So, art is an expressive outlet, and anything that you're able to express yourself through, to me, is art. So, dancing, music, anything like even fitness. So, anything that you're able to express yourselves or you feel good doing, like if you're in a bad mood and you just do it, you feel good and you feel calm after that. That to me is an art. So, just do whatever you love doing, and everybody is an artist in some other way.
I love that. I love that. So there's all sorts of ways of being creative or expressing yourself, and doesn't matter what it is. You say go do what it is that feels good for you, and
Yeah.
right? Okay, that's awesome. Is there anything else you want to share before we get your contact info?
I would say um just follow your dreams. Do what you love, and just, I mean, that's what I did. I mean, I love art and I've always wanted to give back to people. So I started Heartification, and that's what it's all about. It's about me selling my artwork and giving back to people.
I love that. Okay, thank you. And sorry, so you sell your art
Yes.
and then the money goes where?
It goes into a bank account where that money is used to, buy paints, paintbrushes, canvases, the space for the pop-up events.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, that is incredible that at your age you came up with something that you can give back to people. I love that. So kudos to you for
Thank you.
doing that. We're grateful for people like you, regardless what age, that they figure out ways to help others. So don't ever stop.
Yeah.
Don't ever stop. So you mentioned you have a podcast, and if your podcast is different than your website, feel free to share both, because I'd love for people to be able to actually hear your podcast as well. So why don't you share your contact sites with us, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, so I have my website, which is just www.heartification.com. And then I have all the social media, so like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of that. And then my podcast series, you can find it on like the Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any of your podcast apps that you use.
Okay, I love that. And all under Heartification.
Yes.
Awesome. So all those links, of course, will be on the page when I share the page with everybody. Thank you so much, Avni, for doing what you do and for sharing with us today.
Yeah, well, thank you. This has been awesome.
Oh, my pleasure.